But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo, he's so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason.
He can do what he wants, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I just don't think it's a good idea.
How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's the,
weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No.
I think Crawford could beat Canelo Alvarez.
I think he's too small. But then again, I thought he was too small for Spence. So shows what I know.
But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo, he's so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason. He can do what he wants, but I don't think that's a good idea. Why? I just don't think it's a good idea. How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo? Are you kidding me? Take that question back, yeah. Why? Because you're talking about Cord, he's weight classes, he's the most composed guy. Well, you don't think he'd be prepared? You think it'll is shock to him? No, think Crawford could beat Canelo Alvarez. I think he's too small. But then again, I thought he was too small for Spence. So shows what I know. Fighters break down why Canelo Alvarez is expected to dominate Terence Crawford. Boxing legend Mike Tyson isn't sold on this matchup, voicing serious concerns about Crawford's chances. He believes this fight isn't in Crawford's best interest, warning that stepping into the ring with Canelo might not end well for him. With Canelo's size, power, and relentless pressure, Tyson sees as a dangerous challenge for Crawford, one that could prove too much to handle. Mike, I got this. Terence Crawford, tremendous fighter. You're a big supporter of his. He wants to move up 3 weight classes and fight Canelo. What do you think? He can do what he wants. But I don't think that's a good idea. Why? I just don't think he a good idea. You know, I don't think what would he have? I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. People have done things crazy like that before. Just he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it. You posted the other day, there's a picture of you in a Rolls Royce. And you said the quote is, I can't remember how many of these I gave away. Tell me about the yes, I don't know, just wasn't used to having money. You know, you're not cussing that. __. Man, yeah, but not everybody's Mike Tyson. You're very generous. You're a genuine nice person. Tillman told me that one time you lent him his car. He kept it for like 3 months or something. __. Listen, if you have money, and you can't help nobody. The David Benovitz views Canelo Alvarez as a source of motivation. He believes that the upcoming fight between Canelo and Crawford is a commendable matchup. Benz's respect for Canelo's skills and achievements in the ring underscores his positive outlook on the bout. Looks like it's going to come to Ryan in September. What are your thoughts on that bout? I have nothing to say. It's a good fight. And it's a good fight. I wish both of them the best next. Do you use that for motivation at all? That Canelo's, like, you know, I definitely do use that as motivation, because if I was such an easy fighter and target, he would have came and beat me already. Just for him not fighting me lets me know how dangerous I am. How would you approach a fight? Is there scissors? Is there scissors? Ask for scissors. Go ahead. How would you approach a fight with a Terence Crawford if it was you against Crawford? To be honest with you, if I fought Terence Crawford, I would definitely use my size, my reach, my weight to my advantage. Crawford is a very smart fighter, but I guess thankfully I'm not fighting him. Ryan Garcia emphasizes Canelo's physical advantages, noting his strength, size, and power. He argues that these attributes give Canelo a significant edge over Crawford, who is moving up in weight classes. Garcia believes that the substantial weight class difference could pose a considerable challenge for Crawford, making it difficult for him to overcome Canelo's physicality. It's going to be a great fight too. I can't believe they made that happen. You see, Turkey's been making a lot of great fight happen. You can't really hate on it, but I'm excited for that. I know Canelo, he's so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason. Question, he said Tifo, and he said Tifo and Boots are going to be on your October undercard. Anders would fight each other. Is that what you were told? I didn't know that. But I don't care, let's do it. I wanted to fight Timo too last. I got to do this. I agree with you that they're just like there's a lot of sanctioning bodies, there's a lot of promoters, there be more testing organizations, not just one. Tell me about that. Why you saw it on? I think that when a coach is pushing a certain organization, it just strikes me off weird, and it for it to be like a mandatory thing. Like, why can't I use another organization, you know? But again, I don't want to talk about him, because you know might assume Sean Porter has expressed concern regarding how Crawford will handle Canelo's punching power given Canelo's reputation for delivering powerful blows. Porter questions Crawford's ability to withstand such force, especially considering the jump and weight classes. This concern reflects the broader apprehension about Crawford's capacity to endure the physical demands of fighting a naturally larger opponent. The others say, like, no, that's two more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different. I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of rounds. We do know this about Canelo, he's going to slow down, you know. So I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later. And he's still got that kind of steam. But you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and we find how they even out and who trumps one another. You know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out. You know what I mean? So Mikey Garcia predicts that Canelo will win the fight due to his size and power advantages. He suggests that these factors will play a crucial role in determining the outcome, with Canelo's physicality being a decisive element in the matchup. I'm not even a fan of that fight. There are too many weight classes of heart, and although the skills Crawford is one of the best fighters that I've seen now, Canelo is, you know, fighting at 168. Crawford just moved up to 154, and he had some trouble with that in that fight. Now, where do you plan on going? 164, 65, 66. Canelo going to come down to 160. Canelo ain't going to come down, you know, maybe 166 max if he accepts fight. I think Canelo wins that fight based on just the size, you know, power and size. Now, skill-wise, I think Crawford is a better skilled fighter, but the difference in size will be the deciding factor, and that's why I'm not even a fan of that fight. I think Crawford has accomplished everything he had to accomplish from 140 to 147, now 154. That's even greater for him. He wants to do something collect be 154. He can attempt that, but there's no money in that compared to a Canelo fight, and Canelo is trying to fight other guys. And you know, at that point it's more of a big fight, you know, for the money that's going to generate. But as a fight fan, I'm not really a fan of that matchmaking. I rather see Canelo move up and fight somebody like a BB or Bull again. If he wanted a chance, sell move up to 175 again and challenge himself against those guys. Yeah, not a smaller guy moving up. Roy Jones Jr. has praised Canelo's abilities and acknowledges Crawford's desire to test himself against the best. He suggests that if Crawford cannot overcome Canelo, it could mark a significant turning point in his career, giving Canelo's status as one of the top fighters in the sport. Yeah, because a lot of people are saying, like, hey, you know, forget about Canelo. That was a tough fight with Majima. Go ahead and give Boots a shot. Give Boots the chance. But Eddie's saying, hey, you know, I think Crawford's saying, hey, give me the Canelo fight or I'm not fighting. I'm done. While what he got to prove to Boot had to take over, start beating the guys around him. He's the best of that group. B is in a group above him. B don't need to come back down to 47 to meet him. That's crazy. Why would he be looking try to make history and get his big bank, and get out his big bank is who Canelo. He wouldn't take the Gamma C if he can beat him. If he beats him, he may go fight VZ. If he don't beat him, he say, okay, I took it to like a go, I'm done. That'd be crazy if he gets the win. Like, oh my god, Robert Garcia has analyzed the fight and leans towards a Canelo victory. While specific details of his breakdown are not provided, his assessment aligns with the majority opinion favoring Canelo, likely considering factors such as size, power, and experience at higher weight classes. He also says that Robert Garcia believes that if Terence Crawford fights Canelo Alvarez, it will be because of the massive payday. He thinks Crawford has already achieved enough and doesn't need to fight anymore, as he has secured his future and lives a responsible life. However, if the fight happens, Garcia sees Crawford putting up a competitive 6 to 8 rounds before Canelo takes control. He acknowledges Crawford's skill and strength, but believes Canelo's power and size will overwhelm him in the later rounds. While Crawford may win the early rounds, Garcia ultimately sees Canelo dominating as the fight progresses. Robert, what's the smart bet on Crawford? Canelo by knockout or Canelo by decision? Cord by decision. And you have to bet yes. I say can by decision, cord by decision. No, can ya? No, because I'm saying that's what's going to happen. Canelo's going to beat him, but which one I don't know, man. Crawford is __. I've always been saying, I think Canelo at the end, obviously his strength, his weight probably takes over, but I wouldn't be surprised if Crawford just __, boxes and fights smart and then beats him. He's probably go.